In a quiet village on the edge of the forest, there lived a hardworking pig named Kwambena. Kwambena was known for his lush potato garden, and his potatoes were the talk of the entire village. One day, the mischievous tortoise Kweku approached Kwambena with a request to borrow some potatoes, promising to repay in time. Reluctantly, Kwambena agreed to lend Kweku some potatoes, trusting in the tortoise's word. Little did he that lending some potatoes to Kweku would prove to be a decision filled with complications. Weeks passed, and Kweku never returned the borrowed potatoes. Each time Kwambena visited Kweku's burrow to inquire about his potatoes, he was met with a different excuse. Kweku claimed that he had misplaced the potatoes, that it had rolled away, or that he had shared it with other animals in need. Frustrated and suspicious of Kweku's tales, Kwambena decided to visit the tortoise one final time to demand the return of his potatoes. As he approached Kweku's burrow, he heard the distinct sound of a local grinding stone. Puzzled, Kwambena cautiously entered the burrow. To his surprise, he found Kweku's wife, Annie, grinding pepper with a stone grinder. Kwambena questioned Annie about Kweku's whereabouts, and that the borrowed potatoes, he needs them back. Unknowing to Kwambena, Kweku, overhearing the conversation, hid himself nearby, anxious to avoid facing his debt. Annie, aware of Kweku's deceit, decided to play along with her husband's scheme. She feared anger, accusing Kwambena of false accusation and demanding that he leave immediately. In the midst of their argument, Annie purposely knocked over the pepper container and the stone grinder, creating a chaotic scene. Seizing the opportunity, Kweku, still hidden, shouted from his hiding place, "Pig! Look what you've done! You have ruined our grinding season. Now you must find the scattered pepper and the stone grinder." Perplexed and feeling wrongly accused, Kwambena was compelled to search for the scattered item as Annie continued to scold him. Kweku, smirking from his hiding spot in his devious plan to avoid repaying the borrowed potatoes. As Kwambena delightedly searched for the scattered pepper and the stone grinder, he used his hand and feet to dig the ground, searching for the stone to no avail. Then he started using his nose when he got tired. His nose got bigger from digging the ground, and he couldn't help but feel a sense of injustice. Little did he know that the mischievous tortoise had used his own wife and a clever ruse to divert the pig's attention from the unpaid debt. Until this day, the pig keeps sniffing the ground in search of Annie and Kweku's grinding stone. The tales of Kwambena plight spread throughout the world, serving as a cautionary story about lending to those with deceitful intention.